Eerie is a 2019 drama crime horror from Star Cinema, directed by Mikhail Red and starring Bea Alonzo and Charles Santos. The story follows a guidance counselor named Pat, who works at Santa Lucia Academy, an old private Catholic school for girls. When one of the students is found dead under questionable circumstances, Pat takes it upon herself to discover the truth. Her investigations lead her to look into the case of a former student named Erika, who committed suicide in one of the school's bathrooms. As Pat digs deeper and draws the attention of the strict Sor Alice, Pat begins to learn more about Erika and the malevolence embedded in the school's history. Having enjoyed Mikhail Red's previous film Birdshot, I was hoping I would enjoy Eerie just as much. I didn't find the church school setting to be as visually stunning as the countryside of Birdshot, but I found the shot selections and compositions to be pretty interesting and appropriate for setting the mood. The movie maintains a cold and gray tone to remind us that we're dealing with a haunting, and the movie tends to favor wider shots in generally enclosed settings such as offices or bedrooms. These shots create imbalances that induce an agoraphobic discomfort. Although I didn't have any problems with the cinematography of Eerie, I was a bit underwhelmed by the plot. A religious setting with a ghost and some sketchy clergy, I felt like I'd already seen these elements before in some other forgettable horror films. To stand out, the film would have had to do something different with it, and I definitely saw flashes of originality come up in the themes. I like how it touched on chaotic evil and how often there can be some sort of reason and justification for it, but sometimes the evil acts so intensely that it's beyond explanation. For other themes, however, I didn't think there was much commitment to them or any realization that certain elements could be explored more than they were. For example, exclusion and loneliness are brought up, with different forms of bullying playing a part in their causes. This bullying includes the strict physical discipline enacted by the adults, something I see as unfortunately cultural. It's something I see as ingrained through continuation and normalization. But instead of digging deeper into the hows and the whys of this problematic culture and trying to solve it at its source, the film merely portrays it with a sense of, this is obviously wrong, but we're not going to explore it much further. We're just going to use it to show how compassionate a character is for objecting to it. Since Eerie is a horror film, I also think that Mikhail Red missed the opportunity to highlight the bullying, exclusion, and loneliness as the true elements of horror. The cliché inclusion of ghosts and horrific imagery wasn't all that scary to me, despite how much concentration and effort was put into having them as the main attraction. There definitely could have been more work done to blend the scare devices into the plot and have them serve more as a support to the themes. Because I wasn't completely into the plot, I wanted to feel more for the characters and see what they brought to the film. I was fine with the acting, but besides Bea Alonzo's character, I didn't feel any connection or importance from the rest of the characters. Due to spending a lot of time in the movie on building up for scares, there was a lot of time lost that could have been used on developing the characters. So to me, it felt as if they ended up becoming either predictable and lacking any intended mystique, or almost entirely forgettable. For example, I'm certain the detective character Julian could have had a larger role, but time constraints prevented us from really getting to know him. The film has some ambition when it comes to plot and themes, but it ends up lacking due to the film's focus on horror. From a visual standpoint, however, I still found the cinematography pleasing to look at. And with that, I give Eerie a 6.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my review of Eerie. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more content. Feel free to comment below and share your own thoughts about the movie. Until next time.